Good morning to everybody that's watching this video. This is video number 3 of Super Cup tail section repair. At this stage, the fabric is already installed and it's time to do the shrinking. We're going to start off by sneaking up on it. We'll start with 250 degrees and jump back and forth from spot to spot, making sure that you spread out the shrinking load. You want to get it to where it looks tight before you continue the repair. If 250 doesn't completely do it for you, it doesn't remove all the wrinkles, then you can crank up the iron to 300. But don't do a full 350 shrink because we still have to make some cutouts. And you'll see on the video here pretty quick. I saved the old fabric to use it as a pattern that gives me the spots where the cutouts need to go. So you can see on this video that I'm using the old fabric. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the fabric, and then I'm gonna glue on the square where the cutout goes. After I do the front square, then I'll go ahead and glue in that back plastic. This is where the horizontal attaches to the fuselage. The front end is where the jack screws at, and then the back end is just literally an attachment point for that horizontal. Once you have the plastics glued on there, it's time to start the cutouts. When I begin cutting the fabric, you'll see that I mark about a half inch or the thickness of the plastic, and then I'll cut out the fabric, leaving the width of the plastic worth of fabric. Wrap that around and glue it into the fabric. That's just going to hold the plastic in and make sure that it's not going to go anywhere at any time. So you don't want to cut the fabric flush to the plastic. So let's watch this video and check out how I do that. When you're cutting around the plastic, if you have curved areas, then you have to dart the fabric. Do what you got to do. We're basically trying to capture that plastic and keep it on the airplane forever. All right, once you have all your cutouts complete and glued in, the very next step is to go back with your iron, crank it up to 350, and do the final shrink. Remember, when you're shrinking with 350, Take your time, do it right, and you only have to do it once. Also, try to remember not to lay the iron anywhere where there's a glued section, because it can pull that glue section apart and you're gonna mess up your overlap of fabric to fabric on your patch. Anyways, that is it for video number 3 on tail section repair for the Super Cub. Stand by for video number 4. We'll upload it soon, and hopefully this helps you on your repairs back at home. Have a great day.
Rock, baby, into me.